What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a moment. Just kind of took a break from van things. I was a little wiped out after Van Nationals and everything, but we're going to be getting back into things. We got a truck-in coming up in 2 weekends from now, CITA. That's going to be pretty fun. We went to it last year. Good group of people. Cool campground. They put on a nice little truck-in, so we're excited about going back to it. I think we're gonna. Last year it was just me and the wife, so I think this year we might be having one other, maybe 2, possibly 3 more club members go with us. So that should be a good time. We'll be bringing the camper there and everything. But I'm just trying to get some stuff done in the Dodge. I'd like to get the back doors done. That's what this video is going to be, is finishing these back doors to match the side ones. As far as the crushed velvet and the shag carpet inside the cubbies, I think they're called. So right now, first things first, I masked this off and just shot some satin black paint right around here, because this does show even after I put the panels on, so I just didn't want the shitty ivory paint that was all chipped up to be showing. And then I taped up, this is the wire for the license plate light, so I taped that up, and then I shot some black in here too above where the carpet won't be covering. And then down here too, the side doors, I put shag carpeting on the bottom. But even with the new door seals and plugging up every hole that I've seen on the doors and stuff like that, I still had some water get in down here. I noticed when I was looking for something. So I took the shag carpeting out of the base. This door, I don't know, this door is fine though. It doesn't seem like the bottom is getting wet, but I'll probably take the shag out from the bottom. You don't see it, and I'm just trying to prevent any moisture from getting in there if it does get wet, and I don't want the bottom of the doors to rust out. So yeah, I'm gonna get this side done too, tape that off, paint it black, and then my next step will be to cut the shag for in here, the sides, and then from that point on, I'll be making the templates out of the cardboard, transferring that over to the plywood, and then wrapping that with the foam and the crushed velvet. I've got more of those buttons coming right here. Those crushed velvet covered button caps. There's a guy on eBay, girl, I don't know, an eBay seller that sells those, and they cover them in different sizes, but they cover them whatever fabric you want. Crushed velvet, they have other fabrics, but lots of different colors and stuff like that. So I had to order more of those, because each door is like, I don't know, I think I used like 14 buttons on each door. So I also got I'll show you since it's in the daylight. I got these 2. I bought these from eBay a while back. I bought 3 of them. They're new old stock, and they were new in the package. So I got 2 more of those for the back doors, and that'll be good. That's 2 things I'll take off from top of the toolbox that have been sitting there forever. So, but yeah, I'm going to get into that. I'll show you each step along the way. I won't get into it too much. Like I've said before, I'm not a professional interior guy by any means, but I'm learning, so it's a fun process. I enjoy this over doing maintenance and stuff like that on these rigs. But yeah, I'm also gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna do them. My wife said she might attempt it. I think I'll get like a cheap sewing machine from Amazon or something like that. But I do want to make these curtains out of the crushed velvet fabric I have for the doors and the roof and stuff like that. These are actually the first things I bought right after I bought my van. I went to the junkyard hoping I'd find some parts, and I really didn't find anything, but I came home with these curtains, and that was the first thing I did to this van. I was so proud of them too when I threw them on there. But yeah, they need to be redone. They just don't match the crushed velvet, the color, the burgundy, and the wood too. these are kind of rotted out from the van I pulled them from in the junkyard, so I want to redo that. But I'll definitely transfer all the buttons I've collected over the years. So I'm going to stop talking and keep on rolling with the progress. And yeah. So it's a couple days later. I took a break from this project. We just had a string of 95 plus degree high humidity days, so I just really didn't want to be out here messing with shag carpeting and crushed velvet and whatnot. So it's the weekend now, so I'm picking back up. I got this done last night. I put the shag carpeting in the cubbies on the doors, did the backs and the sides. Like I said, I didn't do the bottom. I'm gonna leave that for now. I think I fixed the water leaking into the doors. I went around all the little, you probably can't see it here, but the little nubs that stick through the door that hold the weather seal on. I put caulk around all of them on the inside of the doors, and then just little things like the lock and the screws that hold in the door handle and the license plates and the license plate light. I put caulk around all those, so hopefully that fixed it. I wasn't getting a whole bunch of water in, but you know, obviously you don't want any water getting in here when there's carpet glued to the doors to trap moisture. But that turned out pretty good. I also redid the side one too, because I noticed there was water getting into the one. I think it was this one. I took it off. I had some left over, so I put a new piece. I cut a little shorter, and same thing. I put caulk and just RTV around certain things. But this is where I'm at. So I'm doing I think it's the passenger side. I cut a piece of cardboard out just to use as a template, and then I transfer that over to the piece of plywood you see here. And then right now I'm just plotting out where I want all these screws, buttons, and the handle, the grab handle. So I'm just kind of plotting that out, making sure they're all lined up and spaced correctly so it doesn't look weird. And then after that, I'm going to, I got the foam and the crushed velvet, so I'll do that next. And then I'll move on to the driver's side. And yeah, I wish the driver's side was exactly the same. It's not. There's actually this little bump out right here. So I wish I could use the same template I used for the passenger side, but it's slightly different. But I'm on the fourth door now, so I've got the process down pretty good, and it goes a little bit faster now. But yeah, I'll show you throwing down the crushed velvet, and then I'll show you the finished product. So I hope it turns out good. So yeah. All right, so I got all the buttons plotted out with the handle. I think it looks pretty good. It kind of looks silly when the crushed velvet's not on there, or the material that matches the buttons is not on there. It kind of looks polka dotty a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I think it looks good when it's all completed. But yeah, I'm gonna attach this to the door with some quick clamps, and then I'll drill all the holes through just to make sure everything's lined up, because you know, obviously you can't drill through the material into the door after it's wrapped, or else it'll just get wrapped up in it. But yeah, I think it looks good though. Hopefully it takes shape to the door. This is actually why this tire carrier's on the back of it. I'm not crazy about tire carriers. I think they look good. They look good on certain vans, but if it was my choice, I wouldn't have it on here. But this thing was, when I got it, before I got it, it was kind of hit in the back a little bit. I actually did the best I could when I got it, but I had to like put like a piece of wood up here in the top and try to shut the door and to straighten everything out. But you know, you even notice it, like, I don't know, I don't think any of these vans had the best door gap from the 70s, but yeah, you can see it, you know. It's a lot better than what it was, but yeah, just we'll see. Hopefully it, like I said, hopefully it matches up. I don't know if you can pick this up, but this kind of bows in and out if you press it slightly. So hopefully when I attach the plywood to the door, it kind of straightens everything out and takes shape. What you doing? So for the most part, that's the finished product. I showed you in the last couple of clips me putting the foam down onto the plywood. I just used the Permatex. This is what I use for installing the foam and the fabric while I'm stapling it. The Permatex headliner adhesive, that stuff seems to be pretty good. I know 3M makes a product too that I've used in the past that's pretty good, but yeah, I just lay that down and then lay the foam down and then just use the turkey carver, the old turkey carver, to trim the excess off, and then just start making my way around. I don't really start in any spot as far as the staples go. But yeah, I just work my way around. The outside corners I've mastered pretty good, but these inside ones, I will say, kind of still give me problems. If you don't make the proper relief cuts in the proper areas, you tend to leave the plywood exposed. I know on the first door I did last summer, I kind of did that. I'm sure to the average person at a truck and 5 or 6 beers deep, they won't notice it, but I think because I did it, my eye kind of just is drawn to that every time I open the doors. But it's not that big of a deal. I used a permanent marker to mark up the plywood, so you really don't notice it that much. But it's getting there. I have to remind myself to take my time and not get ahead of myself. I've realized with these kind of projects, you just got to take your time. You know, that's really what it comes down to. I'm trying to get the back 2 doors done for CITA. I think I mentioned earlier on in this video. That's now a week away. So I want to get the back 2 doors done. And then when I get back, I'll end up doing, you know, the wood paneling and then the bottom piece, like over here with the crushed velvet. That's going to take some time. I have to really plot it out because I do want to put the wet bar over there and stuff like that. And Another thing I realized doing this with these custom interiors, or whatever you want to call it, I can't really say custom too much because I'm not doing like upholstery by any means, but you really got to plot it out as far as each panel and each trim piece, because every panel kind of affects the one ahead of it. So that's going to be trickier, and then building out the bed in the back. But for now, I'm happy with just getting the paneling done. And then I don't know if it's going to be in this clip or this video, but I do have to, I think I got to retorque the header gaskets on the Chevy. I think the 6-7 hour trip back, it kind of broke that exhaust manifold gasket in a little bit more. I noticed there's an exhaust leak, so I'll have to retorque those. And then I think I'm going to try to get to the passenger side one too, because that was making a little bit of noise really high up, you know, cruising at like 65, 70. So I'm going to keep going on this, and then yeah, I'll show you when this is fully installed. And yeah. So that's going to wrap up this project. I still have to get the driver's side done, but as far as the passenger side goes, it turned out pretty good. It's all mounted up. We got the buttons installed. The door handles went on. And yeah, even these corners turned out pretty good that I was kind of worried about. This one, there's a little bit of plywood, but I'll hit that with the permanent marker and you won't see it. Of course, the top ones turned out great that you'll never see, but that's the way she goes, you know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, it's not rebuilding an engine or doing an engine swap or anything like that, but I'm just trying to get stuff done. Like I've said in previous videos, I'm just trying to knock out projects and get stuff done that's been piling up in my basement and garage. Even like, you know, these door handles and the fabric that went along with this project. I've had this stuff sitting around forever, so just trying to motivate myself to get back out here and get stuff done. I'll probably make another video of getting some of the smaller things like the exhaust leaks and who knows what else done on the Chevy and even the Dodge before we go to this next truck in CITA. I'll probably make a video of that road tripping out there with me and my wife, and I think the one other club member who's coming with us. And then I'll try to get some footage of the show and shine and the campground and our campsite. And then yeah, we'll see what else pops off. But thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe if you can, and I will see you down the road.